to this beat.
Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, and make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you the gospel, Gamecocks, every single day. I always say that every single day. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at Gamecocks Talk. Follow me on Instagram at Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. And wherever you may get your podcast, you can find Captain Will. We're talking about iHeartRadio. We're talking about Apple Podcasts. We're talking about Spotify. Captain Will is worldwide. Worldwide. You're not rocking with the best. Since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate the love. I appreciate it. Y'all don't know how much I actually do appreciate that stuff. And we got a good one today, y'all. I said we got a good one today, y'all. We're talking about the top 3 players in the South Carolina women's basketball team through 11 basketball games. Okay. We have a lot of great basketball players on this team. We're just going to talk about 3 of them. But before we get started, I got wifey and I on our Christmas vacation trip to ourselves. We've been doing this for many years, so we go different destinations during Christmas. Before Christmas, because then we got like 9 grandbabies and 5 kids, so we got to get our groove on before the babies come over to the crib. So we're in the 85, 86 degree weather of the Dominican Republic. And I'm still drinking some coffee with amaretto in it. Cheers. But we doing a shot o'clock just because we can. Just because we can. And it's South Carolina women's basketball. And we are still number 1 in that ranking. We are number 2 in the AP poll, whatever. We still doing business as we normally do. Okay, so cheers, everyone. Cheers. Ladies and gentlemen, South Carolina has 13 basketball players. Of these 13 basketball players, 12 of them are 5-star recruits. So we're not going to put the numbers out that some of these other players are putting out. Okay, so we have to be cognizant of that fact. And if we're talking about numbers, and we are discussing about minutes played and comparing that 26 minutes that a Tahina Pau might play versus a 36 minutes of a Hannah Dog, but we can't make that comparison. There's no way you can make that comparison. But for all intents and purposes, our girls are really good. Excellent. We have an excellent basketball team. Let's say that. Excellent basketball team of amazing basketball players. And if we are discussing the top 3, we could go many ways with that, but we're going to go Captain Will's way. So, in order to be a top 3 player on this basketball team, in my eyes, if we're doing the analysis and we breaking it down, we are going to talk about players who play 19 and a half minutes per game or more. Okay. So we have 7 players that play 19 and a half minutes or more. And I say 19 and a half minutes, so you're saying half the basketball game these players are playing. Okay. In saying that, we also look at it from an offensive rating and a defensive rating aspect. Because I look at the total player. Look at the total player now. We're not discussing, talk about who's the player scoring this many points and but horrific on defense. And we have several players in the NCAA who play on top teams that score a lot of points but are terrible on defense. We're not going to talk about that. We talk about the total basketball player. And we look at a total basketball player through 11 games right now. The third best player on this basketball team right now is Tahina Pow, lights out herself, Oceanside, who just graduated. Salute to her. Salute to Bree Hall, who just graduated as well. And Tahina Pow came back 5th year, doing terrific. I mean, having an exceptional year for the South Carolina women's basketball team, the three-time national champions. She's averaging 26 minutes, shooting 50% from the field, 46% from the three-point line. She's averaging 12 points per game. I mean, those are terrific numbers. And 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, only 1 turnover, actually 0.9 in terms of turnovers per basketball game. She has developed and has turned into, when she arrived here, defense was an impediment. Defense was a weakness. Defense is a strength for Tahina Pow now to go along with her offensive game. Right now, she's having the best offensive rating of her 5-year career. Oh, yeah. Right now, her offensive rating is 130.2. She is the definition of efficiency. She don't make mistakes. She does not make mistakes in the basketball game. And defensively, she'll have an offensive rating of 86.8. Tahina Pow will be a top 10 pick in the WNBA draft in 2025. Make no mistake about it. Whoever gets her are going to get one of the best shooters, if not the best shooter, in the game of basketball right now. In addition to a heady player who can play both guard positions. She's naturally a point guard, which is going to make her versatility and her importance to a basketball team even more vital. And she can play defense. That's what you want as a player. That's what you want. That's what we need as South Carolina fans, is have a heady player who doesn't make mistakes, who competes on defense and plays well on defense, and can shoot the lights out. That's Tahina Pow. And it just, we are so blessed. We got to be clear. We are so blessed for her to come back a 5th year. And it has worked out so great for us through 11 basketball games. And we discussed this, in my opinion, the second best player through 11 games on this basketball team is actually a player who didn't play. Who didn't play the first game? We're talking about Ashlyn Watkins. Ashlyn Watkins has turned the corner. When I say to the corner, she is playing the way that she played last year. Just for some revisionist history for Ashlyn Watkins. So Ashlyn Watkins last season averaged 7.6 points. Right now, she's averaging 7.6 points right now, I would say. Yeah. In 20 minutes per game, 19.5 minutes per game. 7.6 points with a field goal percentage of 52%. 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, less than 1 turnover, and 1.3 fouls per basketball game. Last season, she averaged 9 points, averaged 7 rebounds, 21 minutes, 2.4 blocks. But we all know that Ashlyn Watkins got to a slow start at the beginning of the season. We know that. We knew that she wasn't in quote-unquote basketball shape just yet. Well, she is now. And she's been balling. And she's having the best offensive rating of her career of 3 years. Her offensive rating is 121.2. Last season was 113.4 because she scores effortless. Because when she does her her shots at the rim, it's like she floats above everyone. She's having a defensive rating of 72.8. And this is what Carolina having, because when I'm saying all these stats in regards to offensive rating, Ashlyn Watkins having the best offensive rating of her career. Tahina Powell having the best offensive rating of her career. Right now, Carolina has the 4th best strength of schedule. Okay? Those numbers that I speak of right now will go up astronomically when we play a Charleston Southern on Thursday, when we play a Wofford on the 29th, because you got these other teams who's already played these Charleston Southerns and these Woffords who boosted up those stats. So now it's our turn. If you are a stat person, because I'm tired of seeing all these crazy stats against inferior teams. Well, Carolina going to play some inferior teams and get these crazy stats too. But in terms of Ashlyn Watkins, offensively and defensively, she's doing work. And it's only going to get better and better. Before the season began, the stuff that she was dealing with, before that stuff came out, before she was suspended by South Carolina women's basketball team, I thought that Ashlyn Watkins would be starting for South Carolina. Well, that has not happened, because you're talking about Sania Feagin and you're talking about Chloe Kitts, both of which has been balling this season. So Ashlyn Watkins is coming off the bench. Now she's playing starters minutes per se, for Carolina standards. But in the way it's shaping up right now, it looks like Dawn is set with her rotation, and she will continue to come off the bench, barring injury, and it's working. It's working. When you have a player who like Ashlyn Watkins coming off the bench, you have a player like a Joyce Edwards, Maddy, MiLaysia, all these players coming off the bench getting extra minutes and extra toughness, and Tessa Johnson as well, going 10 deep. I mean, come on. But Ashlyn Watkins didn't make the all-defensive team, and I was upset about that all last year. She will this year. And having 4 block shots against South Florida is just the tip of the iceberg on what she's going to do for the rest of the season. I'm not sure how many block shots she's going to have against Charleston Southern. I'm going to assume it's going to be 5 or 6. And that block shot number will continue to go up throughout this season. But Ashlyn Watkins, to me, in my eyes, is having the second best player on this basketball team through 11 games. And here we go. Y'all already know who no more. If y'all watch any games this season, y'all know who has been balling out since game 1. And that's Chloe Kitts. Chloe Kitts has made the biggest jump from sophomore year to junior year that I think I've ever seen since watching this team. She has put in the work. She has got tougher. She's put on more muscle. Just amazing watching her grow as a basketball player. It is so cool. And Chloe's averaging 20 minutes per game. Most minutes she's ever averaged. Last season was, 19 minutes a game. So not much of a difference. But Chloe's averaging 11 points, shooting 54% for the field, 84% from the free throw line. Say that one more time. 84% from the free throw line. 9 rebounds. Of those 9 rebounds, 5 of them are defensive rebounds. She's averaging 3.3 offensive rebounds. Chloe Kitts is our best rebounder. Chloe Kitts is one of our best defenders on this team, and she's having an all SEC type season. She is also having the best offensive rating of her career at 123.6 last season, 114.7. She is having her best defensive rating of her career at 75.0. Again, against the 4th best strength of schedule. Chloe has been a dog this year for South Carolina, and it's only going to improve. Chloe, you can say Chloe's our go-to player. You can say that. She's our go-to player for this basketball team. Charleston Southern has nothing for her. obviously. Wofford has nothing for her. There's many teams this season where they didn't have anything for her when she was scoring the basketball almost at will. And we could talk about, we played Duke, we won 81-70, and Chloe had 21 points, had 11 rebounds. We could talk about TCU. She only had 4 points, but she had 12 rebounds. It's sometimes it seems so effortless for her. You know, South Florida, she had 10 points, 6 rebounds, 4 of them were defensively, I should say. Chloe Kitts is special. And over the course of the season, she will prove to be one of the best post players in the SEC. Chloe Kitts will be all SEC first team or second team. You can book that. Mark down, put a circle around it, put a star, and put a highlighter across of it. She's going to be all SEC. Matter of fact, the 3 players that I named right there in Chloe, Ashlyn, and Powell are going to be all SEC. If they actually, you know, the media who actually should vote correctly, they will be. It's just wonderful. Tomorrow, I'm not gonna do no projection or highlights of what we're gonna do against Charleston Southern. It don't matter. Not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. I'm not gonna waste y'all time and break down Charleston Southern. They're gonna get whooped. And they know they're gonna get whooped. But it's cool. It's cool to get a whooping sometimes. It's cool because you're gonna help the athletic budget for Charleston Southern. So it's fine. That's what's supposed to happen. The game comes on at 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock game. Like, what? I'm still not understanding. They did the game change, the time and everything, but 12 o'clock on ESPN Plus. And then over here in DR, I guess that's 11 a.m. Check that game out tomorrow. We'll talk about it after that victory and who did what and who did not do what and all those great things. This concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you the gospel of Gamecocks every single day. You are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, J-Rock did this